Also got a few little updates from Jamie Lee today as well to share with you. And what else have we got? Obviously, yeah, we've got a couple of days left of the month. So today's the 30th, tomorrow is month end, so the 31st. So if you are close to hitting your PB, or you're close to a promotion, or you said to yourself that you wanted to hit a certain amount of orders or team this month, then it's a really, you know, what do you think that you need to do to be able to get your goal this month? And have a little think about that. And if you'd be amazing if you want to share what you want to be, what you want to do, what you feel that you need to do at the end of this month to hit your goal and get to where you want to be. Hi, Mandy.
Okay, you can stop that now.
So some of the announcements from Jamie Lee. Just get it up. So the berry capsules offer, so the 50% off the berry capsules is running. Hold on. So yeah, so the 50% off the berry capsules offer is running until the 20th of June at midday, or until stocks last. So with the 50% off the berries with the shakes, or the 50% off the berries with the omegas, that's going to be running until the 20th of June, or obviously unless we sell out sooner than that. There's going to be a new berry chewables offer that goes live on the 1st of June at 1 p.m. So there's going to be a very special offer on the berry chewables. Who's tried the berry chewables? Anyone? Yeah, we love them, don't we, Mum? My favourite is actually the vegetable chewables. I feel like they taste the nicest, but then they give you like really smelly farts, I'm not gonna lie. Like once at a convention, like, because in the VIP, like backstage, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm being serious, honestly, DJ ate, I swear he ate a whole bag of vegetable chewables, and oh my god, that night at that convention in the hotel room, oh my god, he's gonna kill me for saying this, but stinky farts was not good. But like, saying that, the vegetable chewables are still my favorite. I don't care about the smelly farts, they're so good. So yeah, the vegetable chewables are my favorite, but actually no, the berry chewables are really good anyway. And they don't give you smelly farts from my own experience, so they should be fine. So yeah, so berry chewable offer goes live on the 1st of June at 1 p.m. and that's going to run until the 20th, or until, you know, until we run out of stock. But this is going to be shared with you all on the 1st of June anyway, so in a couple of days time it'll all go out to everybody. And also who is there, anyone on here who's not tried tropical yet? Emma's like, yeah. So Sarah's not tried tropical, yeah, because this is what we had. This obviously launched last year. It's our summer product. It's sold out within like, I don't even know, was it like an hour? It sold out within like an hour last year of having it. Like, it was crazy. So people love tropical in the summer. So this is tropical. So tropical is coming back on the 8th of June. Woo! And it's going to go out to all partners on the 3rd of June and full announcement on the 8th. So obviously you guys are getting the first bit of info. I don't even know if I should even be telling you this, but I'm telling you anyway. So it's just good for you guys to know what's coming up. So so that's exciting. So hopefully you've got all that written down so you know where you are all at. So yeah, so wins of the week. So it's so good to see you all on. Hi Lauren, Mandy, hi Louise, hi Sarah, we have Cameron and Emma and Mum. So if you jumped on a little bit late, I'd love it if you could all share your win of the week. If you would prefer just to unmute yourself and share it with everybody, then that's fine as well, if you'd rather do that rather than typing it into the chat. But you've always got something that you can be proud of. If you feel like you're struggling to find a win of the week, there's always something that you can be proud of, whether that's to do with business, mindset, whether that's to do with something that you've done to get outside your comfort zone, or some sort of action that you've taken, maybe like, yeah, so mum says that she always struggles with this. So yeah, and do you know what, I guess it's hard to kind of share what you're proud of, you know. It can be hard sometimes to pick something, you know, so it's just really important to like pick at least one thing that you're proud of. So I really want you to really think about something you can be proud of, because I know you've got something. So I really want you all to share your win of the week. And if you can, I think it'd be amazing to actually unmute yourself and come and share it, because I think it's a lot more powerful that way. So Emma says that her win of the week is having 2 people message her about products out of the blue and adding one of them to the health club. That's amazing, Emma. Emma, would you like to unmute yourself and just tell us a bit more about that? Because that's amazing. That just shows, you know, it's like when people like reach out to you like that, it's like, right, what I'm doing is working. Like, it's happening. Like, people are watching. Like, keep going. So yeah, tell us more about
that. It was 2 ex-work colleagues from my previous job, and one of them she's been umming and ahhing about she needs to cut out sugar. She's got a real thing with sugar, and she just out of the blue messaged me the other day, and I was like, oh. And we've kept in touch. They're people that I have kept in touch with. And she just asked about the products, but she said, oh, send me all the info. She's interested in the control and the shakes. And she's away at a festival this bank holiday weekend. And she said, oh, I'll get back to you when I come back from the festival. And I said, do you fancy being in the health club? And she was like, yeah. So I was like, cool. And then the other one, literally, again, just out of the blue, and it was literally, hi, how are you? I need to lose 2 stone by September.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I was like, what? Oh, right, okay. So it was, so we've been chatting as well. So yeah, it's just got to keep the momentum up with the chat and see what they really want to do. And just go from there. Yeah, but completely out of the blue, just wasn't expecting it at all. So, and they're not people that like or comment on any of the product posts either.
I was literally just about to ask you that, like, have they been liking your posts?
No, not liking or commenting or anything. So it's
silent watchers.
I think that's why it was such a surprise.
Yeah.
I
love that. And so big well done, Emma, like, because I think that just shows like the power of, you know, keep showing up, the power of consistency. And like, you guys know that I always say, and I'm going to say it again for the new people on here, is that if you've ever watched Monsters Inc. and you got the secretary and she goes, I'm watching you, Mike Krasowski, always watching, in that really creepy way. But that is what people are doing with your posts. You know, people are always watching. They are, like, even if they're not liking, they're commenting, like, they are seeing it. And remember, it's a series of exposures, and it takes up to like 7 or 8 exposures for someone to see something, for them to actually then realize, oh, like, they actually then recognize, like, okay, there's a health product there, and that, right, this helps with me with my energy or whatever it might be. And then it gets to the point where they actually realize, actually, I think I need that, you know. But also, like, it takes time for people. Like, if you just added someone on social media as a stranger, you know, if somebody added you on social media, would you buy from them like straight away? Like, you wouldn't. And you've got to think about how also you got started. You know, you've got to build up that know, like, and trust with somebody. You've got to watch somebody, and a way of building up that know, like, and trust is obviously watching their posts. And that's why, you know, I always say that, like, live video or talking on your stories is one of the best forms of content that you can do, because that's the quickest way for people to know, like, and trust you, because they you know, anyone can put a post up of a shake and say some words. Do you know what I mean? But like, actually showing you with the products and you talking to the camera is different. So yeah, it's next level. But just always remember that, guys. Always remember that. People are always watching. And, you know, it's the same even like with the messenger. You know, sometimes it takes a series of exposures, a series of conversations, a series of follow-ups of you like asking someone, no, it's not the right time or whatever, but then it is the right time. So you have to be consistent. And I feel like that's a word that's thrown around a lot, but it's boring, but it is the thing. Like, that's literally all I've ever done, guys, is I've been consistent and shown up, you know, every single day, no matter what, no matter if I feel like it, if I don't feel like it, no matter what's going on. That really is like the secret sauce of success. So I hope that helps you all. So massive well done to you, Emma. And I think that helps everyone to, you know, we all need to hear that now and again to kind of realize, like, yes, people are watching, I need to keep going, you know, that inspires us all. So yeah, Tropical is coming back. Let's see some more wins of the week. Yeah, exactly. So come on, guys, there's got to be some more wins of the week. What are you proud of since last Tuesday? Sarah says comfort zone. Is this your win of the week, Sarah? Getting outside your comfort zone? Asked for my help with messaging people. Yeah, exactly. And I think sometimes it can be hard actually asking for help, or like reaching out or asking a question. But you know, that's what this is all about, is knowing that, you know, at the end of the day, like you're here for whatever reason. Like, all of you are here, you've joined this business for a reason, and you've joined because of certain goals or certain struggles. So if you want to get to where you want to get to, you know, part of that is obviously asking questions, growing and learning and getting outside that comfort zone. So you've got to get the most out of it. So you've got to ask questions 100%. So it's amazing that you've done that, Sarah, and I want you to feel like you can ask, and you know, you can, there's no problem in that, and that you should feel that you can do that as well. And just tapping into, obviously, like, all the Zoom calls that are available as well is a great way to learn and surround yourself with like-minded people. Sarah says proud of the mindset and love the products. I know you love the products so much, don't you, Sarah? Like, we just did Sarah's business launch. For some reason, we can't do split live on Facebook. Our phones just won't do it. But we always find a way. So we've done it on Zoom. So now we've done it on Zoom, and then now Sarah's going to have the recording as well to be able to like use that to send out to people and stuff like that. So there's always a way, like, no matter what. So just look through the chat some more. Hey Loz. So Loz says getting much more consistent, starting your own weight loss. Can't wait to be sharing your progress. Oh, Lauren, that's amazing. Well done. Do you want to come and unmute yourself and tell us more about that? Let me know. Like, I know you've got a camera off, so I don't know what you're up to right now, but amazing that you're getting so much more consistent. And that, you know, we always say, don't we, like, when we go on our health journey, then it's a really, like, there's a massive difference between like just sort of taking the products every day and actually using them. Oh, Lauren, you've unmuted. Go.
I'm unmuted. I won't put the camera on because I'm in the bath, so I don't think I don't feel like we're that comfortable with each other.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, so yeah, just getting myself back into a routine, because I find like the day runs away with me a lot. So making sure that like my first task of the day is to make sure at least I get like, I find that doing a timed little bit. So like my task list, I'll do 5 minutes of adding, 5 minutes of interacting, 5 minutes of messaging. And then I know that, right, okay, I can spend 15 minutes in the morning, and then I can spend like another 15 minutes at lunch. And that seems to be working really, really well for me. And also at the moment, like, because I'm doing my cut, so I'm, you know, jumping on the treadmill when I get to the gym in the morning, and while I'm doing my steps, I'm on my phone and I'm ticking off my task for the day. So it's just working really, really well. And like, I've got my before pictures, because I think that's really important, rather than just sharing other people's, being able to share your own. Like, no matter what it is, even if we know this, isn't it, even if it's just the fact that you can write a diary of how you feel, and you can just show that your energy is so much better, or you're sleeping better, or whatever it is. I think that always works really, really well. So it's just getting back into the routine of it, and then like this week, getting some lives out there as well.
Yes, I love that, because you're so good at like talking as well, Lauren. Like, you know, you're so good at talking, like on stories and lives and like events as well. Like, we've done so many events together. So like you say, it's great that you're getting like I think the key is like a routine, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
almost like scheduling it into your routine, like, right, where can I fit this in like little bits of time here and there, and like whilst you're on the treadmill, you're getting lean and you're making money.
Exactly.
I love that, Lauren. So yeah, big well done, Lars. Really, really proud of you. That's an amazing win. You know, just getting in more consistent, starting your journey, your weight loss journey, documenting that. And I think that's a really big one that I think a lot of us can learn from is, you know, getting into a routine of like actually really figuring out like where in your day, you know, you're going to do like a morning session, a lunchtime session, an evening session, and just timing yourself, you know, like Lauren said, 5 minutes of adding, 5 minutes of messaging, 5 minutes of interacting, because actually engaging on people's posts is so important as well. If you feel like you're not getting much likes and comments or anything on your posts, make sure like you're spending at least 5 minutes loving and commenting on people's posts, people's stories. Like I love doing it on people's stories, because usually it goes into the inbox. It's a great way to start conversations.
Yeah,
so yeah,
I totally agree. I find as well, like just literally just setting myself up to win, and just making sure that like I've got all my notes ready, so I've got my little task list so I can go through that, and even to like just even to the point of, right, okay, do this, I've got my little timer. I've got, if anybody's I find like a Pomodoro timer is really helpful, and you can just set it and I can watch the time go down.
what is that one then?
The Pomodoro timer. It's just, if you just go on Amazon, it's basically, it's a timer, and you just set it. It's like a kitchen timer, but you just set it for however long you want, and then it'll go off, and then you know, like, okay, that's done, might go on to the next thing. But just having all my notes, and literally, so I'm not like, oh right, shit, what do I say, or like what do I post, or you know, I just have everything there so I can just read it. Like my brain would like clear instructions, otherwise it gets in a muddle, and that helps me massively.
Yeah, I love that. So important, isn't it, to be organized, and then obviously then knowing exactly like what to say. So like when you do get people come back to you, like asking for info, or what's the business about, or what's this product, you know, like having like a clear organized system of like what you're saying is really important as well. So really, really big well done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, amazing, well done, Lauren. Amazing wins, guys. This is what I mean, like a win doesn't have to be like, you know, I got a customer or I hit a promotion. Do you know what I mean? Like your wins are like also like the little things as well that's going to add up to those promotion and those getting those customers and stuff like that, because obviously these are all a step, you know, these are your foundations to then get that result that you want.
Yeah, I think massively just focusing on ticking off the actions rather than worrying about the results.
Yeah,
I think that's really key.
Yeah, definitely, like just becoming obsessed, almost like just becoming very action driven.
Yeah,
because then, like I say, the results will come.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. So we've got another win of the week in here from Mandy. So Mandy says, my win of the week is getting past people that said no to us, adopting the baby, and they are now listening to us. I've been manifesting like hell and it works. Oh wow, Mandy, that is such amazing news. And it just shows as well that like being persistent, even when you're told no, like, you know, you've been persistent, they've said no, but like now they're listening to you, and you've obviously been manifesting it and actually really focusing on what it is that you want, and you're now starting to attract that into your life, which is just amazing. And I think that also just shows a great example of never giving up and being persistent, like even when we're told no's. And this is to anything in life, you know, if you want something bad enough, you're gonna go out and get it. You know, you're not gonna give up. If someone tells you no, you're gonna find another way. I'm gonna, you know, keep asking, you know. So amazing, Mandy. Really, 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 really happy for you. Huge. So any other wins of the week? Mum says, love my morning routine, 6:30 a.m. call to get your birthdays and interaction done, then the 10:30 blitz. Yeah, so the 10:30 blitz split up into 10-minute timer sections exactly of the my dad message, the business messages and the follow-ups, isn't it, on there? So amazing, because obviously those calls obviously are running. Is it Monday to Thursday, Mum? At 6:30. Monday to Thursday, 6:30 a.m.
Monday to Friday,
Yeah.
6:30, although not tomorrow because I'm going to the Suffolk show, and 10:30 blitzers, which are Monday to Thursday.
Yeah. And guys, so like the 6:30 one is like you play like morning mindset, don't you? So like if people are like, if you're getting ready for work and things like that, a lot of people like to listen in just whilst they're getting ready for work and just to like tap into the community. Do you want to talk about that a bit, Mum?
Yeah, I think it's great because you guys are getting on, and you might be walking your dogs, you might be in the gym, you might be getting the children ready for school, you're doing other things, and you have your headphones on, or you have the laptop on the breakfast table, you're listening in. Some people are driving to work, some people are on the treadmill. All of those sorts of things have happened before, so you don't have to interact, you just have to have your headpiece on, and you know, you can listen in. And I also love it that the other members of family that listen in, I mean, Matt and Joe are often in and out of the kitchen, and Matt will start saying some of the things before they come up because he knows it well. And I just think that's all so important, really. And I know Mandy says that Katie, she often repeats things. I know Laura Brown says that her children repeat things that they hear in the morning. And I mean, what an amazing gift that you're actually giving your children. You know, that works so well. And I know when Amy used to live here, there was always something going on from her bedroom with some sort of personal development. And to be honest, when she first moved out, that's what I found really difficult. I obviously missed her, but I did actually miss all the YouTube stuff as well. And it was never music, it was always that sort of thing. So yeah, I know Katie listens in, and I know Laura's two children, Faye and Isabel, listen in as well. Although it is school holidays this week, so I understand if people can't get on because it's school holidays. But yeah, so it's just priceless. You know, you can be all doing all sorts of things. Obviously, you can't be in another meeting, you can't be actually at work. I understand that, but it is so good if you can, you know, just listen in. You know, you can be doing other things, riding the horse, mucking out, all sorts. So it just works so well. It really does.
Yeah, definitely. And even better, you can obviously, if you're busy at that time, you need to be doing other things, of course, that you can listen in. But even you could like make that into your routine and make that a time where you know that you've got to show up and you get some of your DMO done. You know, you can get like your morning block done if you're able to. So that can also work really, really well. So you can use it to almost help you to get organized and get into your routine and get some of your DMO done, or however you want to use it. Basically, it's there for you to tap into. And then obviously then there's the 10:30 blitz as well, which again you can use that as a time where you know that you've got to show up and you've got to get that DMO done. You've got to get those messages sent out.
I love the 10:30 one. I mean, it's so easy to do and it's so easy not to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I've been out with you before, Amy, you know, before we were starting doing these 2 years ago, and we were out somewhere and you said, oh, I've got to do the blitz, and you sat in the car and we were in the car park somewhere or wherever we were, and you did the blitz right there and then. So, you know, there is obviously if people are working full time or whatever, or that doesn't work in with them, but you know, it does make a massive difference. I walk in the door from the stables, I know I've got to be in for 10:30. I could be doing hundreds of things over there, and I walk in the door and I throw my things off, whatever it is, and I just sit down and get to work. Whereas if I didn't have that deadline, I would come in and faff around and I'd find 101 things to go and do. And I just know I have to turn up for work at 10:30. And that just works so well. And I just get those 10 find ad message done, the 10 ask the question, and the 10 follow-ups from the previous day. And it just works so well. I just get those done. You know, and it's just, yeah, so if you can work in something like that, it really does make a massive difference. And I know 10:30 doesn't work for everyone, I understand that, but you know, you could do it yourself. Just come in and put the timer on, a bit like Lauren said. She likes a timer. I like a timer because it makes me focus. I've got this block and I've got to get on and do it. And I find it works so so very well. But I will add that when I used to get on the blitzers, I used to sit and cry, because I used to sit there thinking, well, who do I message? What do I say? I've got to see what I said. Well, I've got to think what I said to them before. I've got to find a person. Who shall I find? And I used to spend the 10 minutes panicking and wondering about who was I going to message, who was the right person to message. And I just didn't want to get on the blitzers. This was through lockdown. And Amy said, Mum, just get on the blitzers. You haven't got to do anything, just get on the blitzers. And let's help you with some messages. And if you get organised with your messages, that was a massive turning point for me. I had my messages already. And for me, I go back to my birthday people. I've told you this before. I go back to my birthday people about 2 weeks on from when I sent them a birthday message. And I've already vetted them. I've already checked out what they've, who's mutual friends, what they're about, whether they're horsey, whether they're not, all of that sort of thing. So I can just bang out these 10 messages really quickly. And I just absolutely love that. And you have, like Lauren says, you have to have everyone ready to go. And that's why I find it works well with the birthdays, because I've already spoken to them. I mean, you can obviously go through your story views, your A to Zs and all that sort of thing, but there are moments when you're having to read what you've said previously. What did you say? Have they spoken to you before? All of that sort of thing. But you can have your messages ready, I find, by doing my birthdays, because I write my birthdays down every day and I just turn the pages back 2 weeks to find my birthdays that I sent 2 weeks ago, and I send them and ask the question, and then follow up the next day. Simple. So simple. And you've got to find a way that's simple for you. You really have. And I now don't have any of that panic at all. I just can get on and smash out the messages. So I hope that helps, because you probably think, oh, she manages so well, she's been doing it for so long. But I literally cried. I used to cry on the calls, and because it made me feel inadequate. They were so good, they were so fast, and I just felt so inadequate that I didn't want to get on and make myself feel inadequate. But I worked through it, and now it's okay. So just wanted you to know that, because if you're feeling like that yourself, it's okay. You can just work through it. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. And I think it's really important to know that, like, you know, we all struggle with different things from time to time, and it's really important to not give up and like get through that. And, you know, whatever it is that you need to do to push yourself through that is gonna, like, when you get to that, like, usually like what feels uncomfortable is the thing that you need to push through to get through the other side, to have a breakthrough. So it's amazing, Mum, that you push through that. And, you know, like now you're running blitzes and you're helping other people with blitzes. And, you know, again, it really kind of comes back to like getting organized, doesn't it? To organize with your messages and knowing what it is that you're sending, and then where to find the people and message them from, and all of that, and where to add people. And really, like, if you're really struggling with that and you're not sure, like, the best thing to do is to really go through it with your upline. But I always say, like, done is better than perfect. You know, it's always going to feel uncomfortable to start with, but it's really about just getting it done, and you're going to learn by doing. So don't be afraid of making mistakes or like failure, because failure and making mistakes is how you're actually going to learn. So don't be afraid of that, and you're going to learn by doing. That's the very much type of person that I am, is like, I can be on a Zoom call or I can read a book on how to run a business, but actually till I actually do the action taking, like, I learn by doing. Or I'll use my other analogy of you could read a book on how to ride a bike. Okay, you could be the best person in the world on how to ride a bike by reading this book. You can have all the knowledge, but until you actually get on that bike and start pedaling, and you might fall off a few times, you get back on, that's really how you're really going to learn. So yes, you need to know the knowledge, and yes, you need to know all of that, and you need to get on the Zooms, you need to learn, you need to read, and, you know, read about the products and things like that. But really, until you start going out there and start messaging people and having conversations with people and and posting and doing lives and doing all these things, like that's really the best way you're going to learn, because that you get experience by doing that, and then that's how you then build your confidence, and then that's how you build your experience, and then that's how you then learn. And then it might be that maybe in one part of the conversation, maybe something was that maybe you didn't do something quite right, or maybe you should have said something a bit better there, but again, that's how you learn, and it doesn't matter, like it's fine, you know.
I think one of the ways that Amy has helped me massively is I can sell something to someone and then unsell it. Now, I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but I am a person that needs to know all the information. So I assume that when someone messages me that they need to know all the information. So Amy just says to me, Mum, just answer the question. Don't waffle on and think they need to have samples and would you like to taste it and all of that sort of thing. I can send you some samples. No, Mum, just answer the question. What has that person said to you? Okay, so I'll read what the person said and then she'll say, well, answer the question. Don't faff around. So that's something that I find is really helped me. Stop and answer the question.
Yeah,
Don't waffle on too much.
try and just keep it simple as best you can, definitely. But yeah, but I think again it's all learning, and you've also all got to learn your own way of doing things as well, and being your own, because obviously you've got to be your own person, like you've got to have your own personality and all that stuff, 100%. But yeah, no, so I hope that helps everyone anyway. I hope that everything that we've spoken about has helped. I think it's actually been a really good call. We've kind of gone through some wins, and I think it's been really great to have some interaction and to hear what your wins are from some of you. And I think actually there's some really important points there of like being organized, getting consistent, and knowing like scheduling your time. Like, you know, if you can't make the 6:30 or 10:30 calls, there are other calls that you can get involved with in the whole team winning group. But also like it comes down to like you deciding like when are you going to do it, like Lauren said, you know, like doing your own blitzes, you know, whether it's 5. I know that like Louise says this all the time, like she's a really, really busy single mum, and so she's like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Like she loves how this business just fits in and around her day. So it might not even, I mean, I would always recommend to try and have some sort of a schedule or a routine, but also understanding that life is going to throw you curveballs, and like sometimes like your day is going to like change plans or change routine, but then it's learning how to adjust with that and kind of do the best you can, even in those days when it's difficult, or when like your routine has changed and maybe you've not been able to do like your morning or your lunchtime sort of session of your blitz or your DMO. It's then being able to pivot and think, right, what can I do? Or, you know, just, but also understanding that not every day is going to be a 10 out of 10 day. You know, it's when I say consistency, I don't mean like you're going to be at 100% every day. It's about like some days you might be at 10%, some days you might then show up at 100%, then the next day you might show up at 50%, but you're still there doing something. Like there's no 0 days. So I think that's also really important to understand that that's really what true consistency looks like. Is it's a little bit every day. Some days are better than others, but just because you have a 10% day doesn't mean that you're a failure. Like you still showed up, you still did something. But what you want to try and do is obviously try and have more good days than bad days, or not as good days. But sometimes it's just about doing the best that you can and still showing up, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. So always, I think as well, like just be kind to yourself, and also just remember like actually how far you've come, like wherever it is that you are in your journey with this business, like always remember why you started. Always think back to that, you know, that version of you that day that you signed up. You know, where were you? What were your struggles? What inspired you to join this business? What inspired you to start the products? And I think always remember like why you joined, and always remember that person, that version of you were when you first signed up, and just realize like how far you've come, and then think about where you want to go. Like get excited for the future. Like, you know, we've got the convention coming up in Brighton at the end of the year in October, which is going to be absolutely amazing, you know. So where do you want to be by Brighton? You've got the whole next few months now throughout summer to really you know, work on your business, grow yourself, grow your mindset, get into a routine, scheduling these little times here and there in your day to do your blitzes and to like really move the needle in your business to get to where you want to be. Because obviously, like, you've all joined here for, you're all here for a reason. You're all here because whatever that reason is for you. So you've got to think about what is it that you need to do to get to where you want to be, and only you know that. You know, you know where you really want to get to, and have a think about what do you need to do to get to where you want to be, and then, you know, what help and support do you need to get there. And just know that, you know, you've got the best support in our team, and that, you know, you've got so much help and support, whether that's from me or your upline, to help you get to where you want to be as well. And obviously all the training and everything that we have tapped into as well.
So yeah, absolutely brilliant, Amy. I totally agree with that. I just want to just quickly jump on before anything runs out. Would anyone like a different time for a blitz at all? Is there a better time that would suit other people on a regular basis, whether it be in the evening or, you know, if we knew of a different time? We have spoke about doing lunchtime ones, but, you know, I presume when people don't work consistently at the same time every day, which causes a problem. But, you know, are there a time that would suit you better? That's what I'm asking. Maybe
Yeah, love that. People can have a think, and if they need to have a think about it, they can always let us know if you're not sure right now. But yeah, drop it in the chat if there is a time that suits, whether that's like a lunchtime or an evening. But like, yeah, let us know, guys, definitely. It might be that like some days at different times, like it might be that, like, I don't know, Monday at lunchtime is better for some people, and then maybe like Wednesday in the evening is better for other people, whatever it might be. I think that some people work like different shifts as well.
Yeah. But it's so good when we can do it together. It really
Yeah.
does make a difference when you know you've got one or when you know you've got one or two on the call. It really does make a difference.
Yeah.
And when I know that someone's turning up on the blitz, or people are turning up on the blitz, I have to bust a gut to get in. So it helps me keep accountable as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you make a pact that that's what you're going to do, and we're going to be on at a certain time, then, you know, it just makes such a difference. You know, it really does. And I love it when some of the girls get on when they haven't been on lately and they want some help or whatever else, you know. That helps me. It gives me a helper's high, let's put it that way. So, you know, you're never going to be a drag or a bore. It's always going to be, you know, a help. So you will never be a hindrance. That's what I'm trying to say. So
Yeah, exactly. So we've obviously got the June challenge starting. Is it refresh and revitalize? That's not right. Is that right? Yeah, it is right. I always feel like I get it wrong. So we've got the refresh and revitalize June challenge starting on the 1st of June. So for anybody who's not sure, so we have our Diamond Dreamers Health Club, which we run that challenge in. We've got a new challenge running every month. We also have like a schedule with like daily themes in. So we're in the process now of just making the new schedule for the month of June. So if any of you, like, we've got a group chat going, which is called the Health Club schedule. So if any of you do want to get involved in the schedule a little bit more, whether that's like just one thing in the month that you want to get involved with, or whether that's a daily theme, like there's different things that we do. But if you want to come and get involved, then I can add you into the group chat. And we are currently making a schedule for the month of June. So we do like different things, whether it's, so we're going to be doing like Menopause Monday this time. It was Milestone Monday. So this time, so that was Louisa's idea, to do Menopause Monday. So on Mondays, we're going to just be talking in the group all about, you know, benefits of the products for menopause and just tips in general for helping people with their hormones. And we can also, like, I think, use that as a theme as well on our actual profiles as well as in the group. So it's going to be really great for us, especially as well. Like, I know, like, you know, like Mum has a particular story with menopause as well. So I think this is going to be great for you. Like, I would be saying, like, adding lots of people from menopause groups, get into menopause groups, you know, posting those groups about menopause and different things, and start adding and connecting and building relationships with people in those menopause groups for sure. And that, like, a lot of you can do that as well.
and invite them to the free group. I mean, people love a free group, you know. My birthday messages, once I've said, you know, about the birthday message, and they've come back to me and said, oh, thank you very much, that was a great video, love that, you know, that made me laugh. I always say to them, you know, you're very welcome, glad you liked it. We've got a free group, you know, where there's lots of recipes, inspiration, just a lot of people coming together and sharing all their inspiration. Would you like to be part of the free group? And they want to. So, you know, offer it to everyone always. When they come back to you, offer it to people, you know, to the free group, and you'll find that they will answer the 3 questions some of the time.
Yeah.
They answer the 3 questions and say they haven't brought the products, and yes, Jeanette added me, but I'd love to lose some weight, or I'm struggling with my energy. Guess what? I can message them back.
Yeah.
And say that, you know, and that's not hard selling. It's inviting them to the group. They've asked the question, they've answered the questions. You know, we're leaving things on the table, girls, if we're not doing this every day with your birthdays. And you know, messaging people when they've liked my morning post, you know, and say the same, you know, thank you for liking my morning post. I really appreciate the interaction, that we've got an amazing free group. Would you be interested to find out a little bit more about it? Simple.
Yeah.
Not even, you know, not even Juice Plus posts, just horsey posts, fish posts, bonsai posts, crystal posts, the moon posts, whatever. You know, thanks for supporting me. You know, I really love it. And you know, would you like to get involved with our free challenge in June? Everyone wants something for nothing, particularly now. And all you're going to do is give them exposures. And so there's a way of doing it by like that every time. It just works so well. It really does. Can't stress it enough.
Yeah, definitely. And like, you know, we want to help as many people as possible. So this is definitely part of helping them. And, you know, then if the products were a good fit for them, then of course we're going to help them with that as well. So on Tuesdays then is a product talk Tuesday. So this is where we have someone will go live in the group at 7 p.m. and you can obviously choose to put your name down on whatever of the Tuesday you like, and you can choose the products that you'd like to talk about. And again, this is great. You know, obviously if you're adding people into the group, they're then seeing you go live about a product, you know, they're going to be like, they want to know what it is, you know. It's a great thing to do. Like you can then look at like who's viewing it, who's liking, who's commenting on it, and then it's a great way for you to then follow up and message them as well. A Wellness Wednesday, we're going to keep that going as well this month, but I'm going to change from doing workouts, and I'm going to be doing like yoga and stretch sessions in the month of June. So that will be uploaded every Wednesday at 6 a.m. for everybody. And then we've got Testimonial Thursday, which is when we then have like a split live interview or a live in there again at 7 p.m, where we're going to be like sharing our testimonials, or like, you know, you can interview a customer or a sideline or a team member or something like that, or just, you know, between yourselves as well, or just do your own testimonial in there. And then Friday's always Fake Away Friday. We love our Fake Away Friday. So we do obviously our cooking live at 7 p.m. with different you know, sharing our recipe, and then obviously we all also share our own fakeaways in there as well, and you know, give inspiration to everybody to inspire people to like try each other's recipes. And then I think this month, rather than doing shake of the day, we're going to do mocktails on Saturdays, aren't we? So we're going to do like healthy mocktails on the Saturday. So probably we'll change that to mocktail of the day Saturday. Do you still want to do that as a live, or do you want to just do that as a selfie, like where we all like just share our...
When we did it before, we all did it as a selfie, and it was so nice in the summer that on a Saturday afternoon we're posting lots of pictures of us with our nice drinks, and you can collect them all up and do a collage of them all. And you know, it looks lovely. It makes people think, oh God, you know, they look like they're drinking alcohol, but they're not. They're drinking a mocktail, and it's healthy. And what else have they got healthy in this group? You know, all that sort of thing. So it's another way of you know, bringing people into it, really. So
are you thinking then we'll just do that as self? I mean, if people want to go live, like you're more than welcome if you want to go live and do a live of you making your mocktail. But we could have it that it could be an option like for people to do it live, or like we can all like post our selfies, so that'll be good. And then Sunday is self-care Sunday, where I'm not sure, I need to double check with Steffi if she's still able to do it throughout the month of June, but she has been posting like a meditation every Sunday. So hopefully she's going to be able to continue that into the month of June as well, because that has been amazing. So I mean, look at just what a value is that. That's such incredible value, guys. So like, if I would just definitely recommend, like, just keep inviting people to the group, getting people into the group. And I still want to run a challenge with us as a team to be getting as many people into the group as possible. So, you know, let's just fill the group with as many people, like inviting, whether that's inviting in the inbox and sending them like the link to join, inviting your potentials who haven't ordered the products yet, like get them into the group if they're not in it yet. And then also like posting about, you can obviously like pop the link into your posts here and there, or on your story as a link as well. But really what really works is obviously inviting people in the messenger and getting them in there. And actually just invite them. Like, if you actually go to the group, let me just see, I'm gonna actually just share my screen really, really quickly, and then I'm gonna end the call in a minute because I know it's getting on. But so I think you can all see this. Did I get rid of that? So invite. So what you can do, I don't know if it's going to be different on computer than what it is with your phone, but you can go to the group and you can go to invite, and obviously what you can do is just select people. That's another thing you can do, is just start selecting people and invite them. Obviously make sure that obviously they're not in other companies or in Juice Plus or anything like that, but you know, you might have some people on this list that actually like you've been speaking to, and you know, just send them a notification to join them into the group, see if they join, and then guess what, it's a great opening then for you to message them and say, hey, you know, I just saw that you've accepted my invitation to join our health club. Like, do you have any health goals? What are your struggles right now? How, you know, what can I help you with, sort of thing. So you just never know, like, who just might be sat there and who might just get the notification, and you might be thinking, you know, I mean, what's going to happen? So there's another way that you can do it, definitely, for sure, anyway. So I hope that helps. So amazing. So I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else you want to add, Mum, as we end the call?
No, it's all good.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So guys, next time that we talk on a Zoom call, it's going to be in June. It's going to be next week. We're going to be like a good few days into June. So obviously I would just say, like, focus on month end now. You've got today and tomorrow. So check your PB, check your POB, because you don't want to like not check it and find out that you were like really close or something and you miss it. So just check where you are for month end. We've got these amazing offers as well coming in June. We've got so much to be excited about. We've got the June challenge starting, but yeah, let's finish out the month of May really, really strong. Let's get some, you know, there's no reason why you can't still go and get some more customers on board tonight, tomorrow, and really end the month really, really strong. But yeah, it's been an amazing month for the month of May, and I look forward to seeing you all next week on our next call, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.